All right, so the other day I was talking to a friend and she mentioned her son was going through some things when it came to like him choosing friends wisely. And the first thing, like when she finished, I listened and I asked her, "Is it okay for me to give you a little input?" And I had to remind her that we fight not against flesh and blood, how a lot of times we can look at that person as the problem, but many times there is a spiritual battle that's taking place behind the scenes. And so I reminded her, I said, when you have these situations with your son, remember that there's an enemy who wants to steal, kill, and destroy, parts of his life. And so I encouraged her. I said, "Have you sat down with him and just like walked through scripture concerning how to choose friends wisely?" Because scripture makes it clear that iron sharpens iron. And she was like, "No, I haven't done that." And so I made this video, or I'm making this video, because I want to share like some of the things that we've taught our kids to be more wise and more just to be more aware when they choose like who their friends are. So like for years, Jeff has been of the opinion that all associates are not necessarily friends. We use the term friends very loosely. Oftentimes we'll, someone we just met, "Oh, that's my friend." But really, a true friend is someone who's going to encourage you. There's someone who's going to want the best for you, and they're going to help you to grow as a person. And as a Christian, you want a friend that's going to help you to become more like Christ. So here's a few tips on how to choose friends. And so Proverbs 13:20, it tells us that one who walks with the wise becomes wise, but the companion of fools, they will suffer harm. And so this is all about influence. And so wisdom shows up by the way someone talks, the way that they react to things, the way they make decisions. It's not just what they say they believe, but what is it that you see in their lives. And so one question you can ask yourself to find out, like, is this friendship one built on wisdom, is, do I grow by walking with them? That's one question to ask. All right, so another question, I'm looking at my notes here. Another question, or another point when it comes to choosing friends, you want to avoid relationships that pull you away from godly character. And so the Bible is really clear. It's in First Corinthians. It talks about how don't be deceived because bad company corrupts good morals. As much as you may think, "Oh, I can hang with them," and "Oh no, we're just friends. I don't," but I'm not influenced by that. No, it will. It will corrupt good morals. And so it doesn't mean like avoid unbelievers altogether, but you have to ask yourself, when I'm with them, am I being the influencer or am I being influenced? And if you feel that you are the one that is being influenced, if you're honest with yourself, you can look back and say, man, I kind of compromised on some things. If that's the case, then that may not be a good friend to build a relationship with right then and there. Not that you can't be friendly with them, but that may not be where you want to invest a lot of time. All right, another thing is look for friends who sharpen you, not necessarily flatter you. It's easy to find people who will flatter you and tell you how great you are and tell you all the things you want to hear, but we already know we're not perfect. No one is perfect. And so you want that friend who can look at you and speak truth in love. The Bible makes it clear that iron sharpens iron, how one person sharpens the other. If that person is just giving you flattery, they're not sharpening you. Just how you would take a knife and sharpen it. I've got one of those tools where I sharpen my knives. And there's some friction sometimes in that sharpening process. But in the end, the knife is better than it was before. And so you want to choose friends who are who can lovingly challenge you, and then you want to be the kind of friend that will listen. All right, one more. You want to make sure that you choose people who value peace and not drama. When you are friends with a person that loves drama, trust me, it will reflect in your life. There's one scripture, I'll have to find the location of it, but it talks about how a person who is friends with an angry person hates their life. And so, and I'm going to repeat that. A person who is friends with an angry person hates their life. Those are pretty strong words there. So make sure you're not attaching yourself to someone who's angry, because usually angry people love the drama. And there's a scripture in 2 Timothy 2 that says, pursue righteousness, faith, love, and peace, along with those who call on the Lord from a pure heart. So you want to pursue those things, and you want to attach yourself with people who pursue those same things. And so you want to ask yourself this question. Am I pursuing, like, is this friendship adding peace to my life, or is it causing drama in my life? If your relationship with this person is causing drama in your life, then that might be an indication that that is not where you want to build your relationship. And so those are like four different things that we teach our kids. I mean, the main thing is it's okay to have fun. There is nothing wrong with fun, but you want to pursue wisdom above all things. All right, so that's a few things. If you have anything you want to add to that list, feel free to comment in the comment section. I'd love to hear what you say and how you encourage your friends, or your children, I'm sorry, how you encourage your children to choose wise friends. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our page, follow our page, so that you can get more tips like this.